Welcome to the Deep Dive, the place where we really get into fascinating research, pulling out those important insights for you, quickly, straight from the source.
Yeah, no hype here,
Yeah,
just science.
exactly. We're all about peer-reviewed, science-backed knowledge, but, making it easy to grasp.
Hmm.
So today, we're looking at this really interesting Korean study, and it asks a pretty big question. What if a really personalized way of using electrical muscle stimulation EMS could seriously improve walking speed and balance too after a stroke?
Helping people get their mobility back, maybe faster, more confidently. It's a powerful idea.
It really is.
And our job, as always, is to make these complex studies, understandable so you get the real fact without the jargon getting in the way.
Right.
And actually, this kind of clear science-backed insight, that's exactly what Orium's Fit is all about. They're an award-winning Australian brand, and they bring this stuff to you through their Research Digest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they help thousands explore ways to better well-being, basically translating the science for everyday life.
That's great. So, okay, our mission today then. We're going to dissect this specific study. It tested a smart, very personalized way to use EMS, helping stroke patients walk better.
Yeah, we'll focus on how it tackles muscle weakness, sure, but also those tricky coordination problems.
Exactly. Those coordination issues that make walking so tough after a stroke. So if you've had a stroke, or maybe you know someone who has, and you're kind of navigating that recovery path, well, this deep dive should be especially relevant for you.
Let's get into it.
Okay, let's set the scene. This is a deep dive into real data, real research, and it comes from some pretty respected places.
It does. So the research itself was done in 2019, and then it got published in 2021.
Okay.
The lead authors were Jungwon Lim and Taehoon Lim, working with a team, about 6 co-authors, I believe. And they're from 2 top South Korean universities, Konkuk University and Korea University, both in Seoul.
Konkuk and Korea University.
Right,
Heavy hitters.
definitely.
Yeah.
Konkuk's Department of Mechanical Engineering and Korea University's Department of Physical Therapy, specifically.
So strong academic credentials. What about funding? Was this well-supported research?
Oh, absolutely. It got backing from major national research agencies in Korea.
Yeah.
Think like the National Research Foundation, the Korea Institute of Energy Technology Evaluation and Planning.
Okay, serious support.
Yeah, plus Konkuk University chipped in with its own research funds.
Hmm.
So that kind of robust backing, it really speaks to the credibility, the scientific rigor they were aiming for. People believed this was worth investigating.
Makes sense. So with that background, what was the big idea they were testing? You mentioned personalized EMS. How is it different?
Right, that's the key. This wasn't your standard, slap some pads on and turn it up kind of EMS.
Yeah.
The real innovation was creating custom EMS programs. They were tailored very specifically to each patient's unique muscle coordination patterns, how they actually walked.
Okay, so really individualized.
Exactly. Because after a stroke, it's often not just about weak muscles. It's like the brain signals are scrambled, the timing is off, muscles don't work together smoothly.
Right, the coordination piece.
Precisely. So this approach aimed to fix those specific problems, not just blanket strengthening. It's more about re-educating the nervous system, getting the muscles to sort of dance together again properly.
That makes a lot more sense. So who are the people involved who got this personalized treatment?
They worked with 2 stroke patients. One was 60, the other 62.
Okay.
Both had hemiplegia, that's weakness on one side of the body, pretty common after a stroke. Now, they could walk without aids, like a cane.
Right.
But you have to imagine, their walking was probably still difficult, maybe slow, tiring, maybe they felt unstable.
Yeah, that constant effort, maybe a fear of falling.
Exactly. That's where improving their gait, their walking pattern, could make such a huge difference in their daily lives. They were treated at Novo's Hospital in Seoul.
Okay, 2 patients, very specific situations. So how did they actually do it? What were the steps in this personalized approach?
It was actually a pretty elegant 3-step method, simple but precise. Step 1, the pretest. They started by using sensors, quite sophisticated ones, to measure exactly how each person walked.
Like motion capture.
Sort of, yeah. To pinpoint weak spots, timing issues, inefficiencies in how their muscles fired. They even compared these patterns to healthy folks in their 70s to get a baseline, like mapping out the specific problems for each person.
Got it. A detailed map first.
Then step 2, 4 weeks of this personalized EMS walking rehab. 3 times a week, 40-minute sessions.
Okay.
During the sessions, they had EMS on 8 key leg muscles while they walked on a treadmill. But here's the really clever part.
Uh-huh.
The EMS machine wasn't just static. It adjusted the intensity and the timing in real time
Yeah.
based on how the patient was actually walking at that moment.
Wow. Okay, so it adapted as they walked.
Exactly. So say someone had foot drop where the
Yeah.
foot drags, the EMS might give a little boost to lift the foot at just the right millisecond during the swing phase.
Targeted support.
Precisely when and where needed. It's not just strengthening. It's retraining the timing, reestablishing those brain muscle connections, helping rebuild those pathways.
That sounds incredibly sophisticated. And step 3?
Step 3 was the post-test. After the 4 weeks, they just repeated the exact same walking and muscle tests from step 1.
To measure the difference.
Yep, to get objective, quantifiable data on any improvements.
Okay, let's unpack this then. After all that personalization, that real-time adjustment, what did they actually find? This is the exciting part, right? What was the impact?
This is where it gets really interesting. The data tells a pretty compelling story. Let's start with walking speed huge to independence.
Right.
Patient 1 got faster. They went from 14.8 seconds down to 14.1 seconds for a 10-meter walk. That's about 4.7% faster. Good improvement.
Okay, notable.
But patient 2, wow. They went from 20.1 seconds down to just 15.4 seconds for that same 10 meters.
Whoa, that's a big jump.
It's massive.
Yeah.
That's almost 24% faster in terms of time. And if you look at it as speed, like a meters per second, patient 2 saw a 30% increase in their walking speed.
30%.
Yeah, from 0.50 meters per second up to 0.65. Think about what that means in real life.
Crossing the street, getting around the house.
Exactly. It's not just a number. It's potentially life-changing. A huge boost in mobility, freedom, dignity.
Incredible. So 30% faster walking. What else? Did their walking rhythm or stability change?
Yes, both improved too. Their cadence, basically the number of steps per minute increased for both patients, about 7.4 to 7.5% more strides per second.
So a more fluid rhythm.
A more fluid, likely less effortful, more efficient walk, and then balance, absolutely critical, right?
Yeah.
For confidence, preventing falls.
Hugely important.
Patient 2 showed a really significant improvement here too, an 18.4% improvement on the Berg balance scale. They went from a score of 38 up to 45 out of 56.
18% better balance. That must feel amazing.
Oh, undoubtedly. Less fear of falling, more confidence moving around. That's a massive gain in safety and just, well, quality of life.
So it wasn't just about muscles getting stronger then. It sounds like the coordination really improved. Did they look at that specifically? Muscle synergy, you called it?
Yes, exactly. Muscle synergy, think of it like an orchestra, right? All the muscles need to play their part at exactly the right time for smooth movement.
Right.
After a stroke, that orchestra can get out of sync.
Right.
This study found the patient's muscle patterns actually became much more like those of healthy individuals. The orchestra was learning to play together again.
Wow.
And get this for patient 2. There was a 53% improvement in one specific muscle synergy pattern related to slowing the leg down during walking.
53%.
Yeah, meaning those muscles were firing much more effectively at the right time, allowing for more controlled, natural movement.
That's fascinating. And you mentioned something about spending more time on one leg. That sounds a bit counterintuitive if you're worried about balance.
It does sound it, but it's actually a really positive sign. Both patients spent slightly more time in the single leg support phase, of walking up from around 31% to 33% of the cycle.
So why is that good?
Because healthy walking involves smoothly shifting your weight and balancing momentarily on one leg. People who feel unstable often try to keep both feet down as much as possible, a sort of shuffle.
Ah, okay.
So spending more time confidently on one leg indicates improved balance, improved stability, more confidence. It's closer to a normal fluid gait.
Right. Less reliance on that double support phase.
Exactly. And they also saw better knee and ankle motion. Plus, and this is a big one for many stroke survivors, the EMS specifically helped reduce foot drop.
Oh, yeah, that's common, isn't it?
Very. By activating those front ankle muscles,
Yeah.
the tibialis anterior, at the right time during the swing phase, it helped them lift their foot properly, clear the ground, directly tackling a major functional problem.
So, okay, pulling this all together, what's the big takeaway here? If you, listening, have had a stroke, or you know someone who has, you know how incredibly tough walking can become. What does this research really offer?
I think it really highlights how EMS, when it's applied in this very specific, personalized, timed way, can potentially do more than just strengthen muscle. It seems to help retrain the brain and muscles to work together better.
It's the personalization and timing.
Exactly. It's about supporting the right muscles at the right moment, tackling not just weakness, but those crucial timing and coordination problems that really mess up a natural walking pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing that, This kind of tailored approach could help bring back more natural movement, offer real hope, boost independence, improve quality of life. It's really about empowering recovery.
It sounds incredibly promising, but, with any research, especially early stage like this, we need to be clear about the context, scientific method, limitations. What should we keep in mind here?
Absolutely. Transparency is key. The biggest limitation really is the small sample size, only 2 patients.
Right.
So while the results for them were fantastic, a really successful proof of concept showing this can work, we can't generalize and say this exact result will happen for everyone.
It's not a universal guarantee yet.
Not yet. And also, there was no control group. Ideally, you'd compare these patients to others getting maybe standard therapy to really isolate the effect of the personalized EMS. So we know these individuals improved significantly, but larger studies with control groups are definitely needed to confirm just how much better this method might be compared to others and for a wider range of people.
Makes sense.
But that said, this study is still a really crucial first step. It successfully validated the concept, this idea of multi-channel, personalized, timed EMS for stroke rehab. It gives us really promising data and points towards exciting future directions for therapy. It lays important groundwork.
That potential for personalization is so clear. And it really makes you think, doesn't it? How can this kind of advanced research translate into tools that people can actually use to help themselves?
Well, that's the bridge that innovative companies try to cross,
Yeah.
right? Taking the science and making it accessible.
Yeah.
And that's where a company like Orium's Fit comes back into the picture. As I mentioned, they're an award-winning Australian brand, and they're really committed to this translating complex studies, just like this one, into plain English.
Through their research digest.
Exactly, the Orium's Fit Research Digest. Their whole goal is empowering people with understandable science, helping them navigate their health journey. And, they're clearly doing something right. They were named Best Product of the Year for both 2024 and 2025 by productreview.com.au.
Wow, back to back. That's impressive, especially with tens of thousands of nominees, you said.
Yeah, it's significant recognition. It shows people value what they offer.
So how do they translate this EMS science into actual products?
Well, their Orium's Fit Ultimate devices are a perfect example. They're essentially muscle stimulators that are enhanced with EMS technology, building on the same principles we've been discussing. They're designed to be really portable, easy to use on the go, but still deliver a strong, effective stimulation. The idea is to support people, whether it's for recovery, managing muscle issues, or just general well-being, putting that science-backed tech into your hand.
Right, making it practical.
And people seem to trust them. Did you know they have tens of thousands of users globally?
Really? Tens of thousands?
Yeah, and you see lots of positive feedback, people sharing their experiences on places like Facebook and YouTube. Their original Orium's Ultimate Kit, for instance, that specific product has been used by over 10,000 people. That builds a lot of trust.
That community aspect is powerful. Do they have other kinds of wellness tech, too?
They do innovate in other areas. For example, they have something called the neck theater. Now, it's important to be clear, it's not a neck massager.
Okay, not a massager. What is it?
It's an immersive 8D audio device. So you can listen to music, take calls hands-free, but it doesn't block your ears. You stay aware of your surroundings. It just shows their diverse approach to wellness innovation beyond just EMS.
Interesting. So audio, not massage. Good to clarify.
Definitely.
What an incredible deep dive this has been. This Korean study, it just shines such a bright light on the potential, doesn't it? Personalized EMS changing the game for stroke recovery.
It really does. It's about more than just the data points. It's about the human story of regaining independence, confidence.
Absolutely. It makes you imagine, a future where rehab is even more tailored, more effective, really empowering people in their healing, giving them more control. So here's something to think about. How else might these kinds of personalized technologies keep evolving? What new levels of recovery and independence could they unlock down the road?
That's the exciting question. And if this conversation sparked your curiosity, definitely head over to the Orium's Fit Research Digest blog.
Right, they have the original paper there.
They do, linked right there. Plus loads of other studies, all broken down, easy to understand. It's all about empowering you with knowledge.
Great resource.
And while you're there, you can check out their EMS tech, like that original Orium's Ultimate Kit we mentioned, used by over 10,000 people. See what their award-winning products are all about on the Orium's Fit website.
Good call.
And hey, was this useful for you? Have you, or maybe someone you know, used EMS after a stroke? Or tried personalized rehab?
Yeah.
We genuinely love to hear your story, your thoughts.
Yeah, join the conversation.
Share this deep dive, Follow us wherever you listen. Maybe leave a review. It really helps us bring more of this science directly to you.
Definitely.
And of course, the important reminder. Everything we've discussed today is for informational, maybe recreational purposes. It's not medical advice.
Crucial point.
Always talk to your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider before starting any new treatment or making any decisions about your health.
Couldn't agree more. Always consult the professionals.